Hello, Potato, and welcome to Weekend Magic for December the 24th, 2022. Yes, it is Christmas Eve, and you probably have shopping to do still, but here I am wasting your time with yet another video. But I mean, just because Christmas Eve happens to fall on a Saturday this year doesn't mean I can just take a week off from doing Weekend Magic. I have actually already done that once in the past month. And I've got a bunch of things today that we acquired at our recent trip to the Disneyland Resort. And most of them are Christmas, so if I don't look at them now, they're just going to be like not timely. I mean, I've already had them sitting here for, a few weeks, well, like 3 weeks. Since I started doing the Disneyland videos, that's about when we came back. So I figured today we'll look through those, and we're going to start with the smallest things and then kind of jump around a bit. The smallest things, and most of the things in this video will have appeared in other videos. There's a couple things where I haven't released the videos they appear in yet, so I guess previews of things to come. But most of these have already appeared in like the Festival of Holidays video, the Disneyland Decorations video, the Dinner at Trader Sam's video, and Downtown Disney. So most of these things have already appeared in stuff. But yeah, I'll start with the smallest one. This came from our lunch at the Blue Bayou, and it's the glow cube. Do I need a glow cube? No, I do kind of like that. It does kind of legitimately look like a piece of ice though. But I thought for the video, a blinky light in such a dark setting would look nice. And it's got multiple settings. And unlike virtually almost everything else, certainly almost everything else from Disneyland, this is like the only, I think, Disneyland thing that we got that actually came in the food. Didn't either come wrapped and not in the food at all, or came like afterwards, an unused version. But yeah, it's got different settings on it. There's the, this is I think what it was in the video, in the light cycling mode. It's just kind of 3 LEDs in there, and looks like a button cell battery. And I'm guessing, because it's meant to go into liquid, it's probably sealed so that you can't change the battery without totally like wrecking it. So I mean, I'm not gonna like leave it running forever and anything, but I wonder how long it will run on that battery. Yeah, you have to go through the whole cycle to get it to like blinky mode. Yeah, nice, relaxing, hypnotic. Put that in your own drink. I guess maybe it's also the one they use for the Krakatoa to make it glow red. Back in my Trader Sam's video from back in May, we got a Krakatoa. No, that wasn't in a video. That I think predates the videos. Yeah, I got a Krakatoa like a few years ago, and I had one of these in it, I think. Also, because I do like my blinky things. This was in, I think, the mint julep bar, so it would have been in the Disneyland Holiday Foods video. It is the jingling Mickey glow cube, or glow sphere, I guess. And it's the same mechanics, but inside of a metal Mickey jingle bell. Yeah, so you go through like the same lights. And as you can see, because it's still in its wrapper, this one did not get put in our mint julep. Of course, you also would have seen in the video if you watched that video. And they had these in other colors. Well, I didn't go completionist and get all of them. There was also, I think, a white one, and I think a purple one. There was white, and I think there was like one other. But I just got the blue because I thought the blue was sufficient. It's kind of open. We can take it out, I guess. But yeah, they didn't put it in the drink, so you literally just got this in a baggie, and it's cute though. But again, I think even harder to try to replace the battery in this one if you let it run till the battery dies, so I probably won't. Still cute either way. And then moving on to other Christmassy things. Let's do all the Christmassy things first. Let's do the biggest Christmassy thing. So kind of fell along some of the same lines it did back in May, and that we did, even though it's a thing that I normally don't, I say I normally don't do, but my last 2 trips I've done it each time. Although this one really was more of my wife's choice than mine. It's actually something that before even going down there, we knew we wanted to try to track down. And thankfully it was easy to find. Lots of booths had it, and that is the popcorn bucket. Now this isn't your normal Disneyland popcorn bucket, that it's not made of plastic. It's aluminum or tin or something. And so I think it was like 30 bucks for it to come. It did come full of popcorn. And this is not actually in any video. I did record video with it, but it just marvelously failed to work in the video. And I'm to the point that I was kind of worried that it was just not a functioning one. But once I took the popcorn out of it, it stopped working. Now, if you're not familiar with what exactly it is, you may be wondering, what do you mean it didn't work in the video? What does a popcorn bucket do other than hold popcorn? Well, if you notice here, there's also a piece of ribbon in there. That's not related to anything. I don't even know where that ribbon came from. It probably was around something. We'll put it back in there. My wife's probably storing it in there to keep it safe. But you notice that this is like a second, this isn't one piece. It's a canister inside of like a frame. And that's because when it doesn't hold popcorn, you can wind it up and it makes a horrible, see, that's the noise it made in the video that I thought was like not good, but it does actually work now. In the video, it didn't work, I think because it was full of popcorn. Well, it mostly works. But it does actually, it looks nice. I mean, compared to my mouse droid that I got back in May, it certainly is fancier. And the music it plays, that music, if you go to Disneyland during the holidays, so like if you're gonna, when this video releases, you will hear this song a lot because it's used in the parade. Like, and it loops a lot during the parade, but also it's played in like the soundtrack in Downtown Disney and stuff. As you can see, as it rotates, you have different images of Mickey and his friends and Chip and Dale. And you may notice that of course it has a big strap on it, so you can wear it and walk around and eat your popcorn. But nicely, the strap does come off, and cleverly, at least it doesn't come off when you push down like this. You have to put it from the side to pop that strap loose, so that it doesn't, come off easily accidentally. And this actually is going to go back in there as well, because I think this is going to stay on display until the Christmas decorations come down. It's really nice, honestly. It's a really nice little bucket. And I mean, is it a useful thing? Is it something you need to have in your life? Well, that's up to you. But there we go. But it is nice. The fact that it's a music box is nice, and it certainly is better, I think, as far as kind of uniqueness, than all those kind of plastic ones that are shaped like Black Panther's hand, or somebody was out walking around with an LGM one, but we didn't see anybody selling the LGM ones. We think they may have just brought those with them, because we also have people walking around with the Tower of Terror bellhop hat, and there's obviously no Tower of Terror there, so I think people just bring their own stuff with them. So yeah, we bought a popcorn tin, or a popcorn carrier. We also bought a sipper of a sort. This, I think, was in the Haunted Mansion video, where we went and had the Haunted Mansion cake. And that is this. And again, not your normal plastic sipper like my big soda can one that I got at Pim's Test Kitchen back in May. This one is like a metal travel mug. Actually metal, raised Disney parks on the side. And yes, it is in fact a sipper, because it does come with a ring and a ribbon, so you can put on there and you can wear that around your neck. Now, much like the little Mickey Glow Cube here, they didn't put the hot cocoa in it. They put that in a just disposable cup and gave us this unused, which kind of seemed to be a bit of a theme in Disneyland as far as this kind of stuff went, because they also had Jolly Holiday Bakery was doing a sipping chocolate thing, but it was a late night item, only after 8 p.m. And again, it's supposed to come in like this Mickey head mug, which was the only one of these kind of things that I saw that you could just buy in literally half a dozen stores. Disney Home Store had it. I think Emporium had it. You could just buy the mug. You didn't need to buy it with the sipping chocolate, which is why we didn't. But even that, the sipping chocolate was coming in a separate container, and you were just being given the mug. So, I mean, it's nice in that you're not carrying around a dirty mug for the rest of your visit, but also I feel like it kind of defeats the purpose of having the sipper mug if you're not going to put the drink in the sipper mug. Although again, it does make it nice because we don't have to clean it, and so that's, I suppose, a plus. And the last of our Christmassy items This would have been in, I think, the Festival of Holidays video, is my Disneyland Resort ice cream. Let's pivot down a little bit here. Obviously, I aimed the camera way too high to start with. So again, similar to something I've already picked up back in May, I got basically the same bowl, but it was a Very Merry Unbirthday to You bowl instead of I think this one was called gingerbread. I think because there was a couple different versions of this too. There was a different one that a couple places had as well that had like a different patterning on it. Yeah, this we picked up at Clarabelle's in DCA. There were other places that had it. And yeah, I had my ice cream in it. And this one, actually, I appreciate the fact that the ice cream wasn't really in there. Much like the one back in May, the ice cream was in its own cup and then set in there. And on top of that, this comes out. So if the ice cream had melted into it, I still could have tossed that out and had a clean bowl. Now, much like the Unbirthday one, it does look like a dog dish when you look at it like this. So don't look at it like this. Look at it like this. And you couldn't keep stuff in it, I guess. I wouldn't eat out of it again, but it makes a nifty little decoration you could store small things in, like, say, crushed pennies or something. And just like the Unbirthday one, the ears do fold down, which made it nice for packing away to travel home, because it took up, less space and where the ears snapping off. But that's all the Christmas stuff. That's not it. That's all the Christmas stuff. Everything else, I think, is drinkware. And a couple of them are going to be in videos that I haven't actually edited and put out yet. So you'll see them here first, if that matters to you. But first, look at something that you did see in a video, and that is this. Of course, I think the first video, maybe the second video we did, or I did, of our trip this time, was our dinner at Trader Sam's. And in that one, I was a little disappointed they didn't have any holiday tiki mugs. I mean, it would have been nice to have a holiday one, but I did pick up, I was torn between this and the Hippopotam Mai Tai. But I went with this one because I think after my last trip, I said this is what I would get. And I did. And I got me the Zombie, which, of all the alcohol I had while at Disneyland, because of course you get kind of, not unlimited, but you do get complimentary alcoholic beverages in the e-ticket club. But of all the alcohol I had there, this was definitely the strongest. The other ones I had in restaurants, I feel were pretty weak compared. This I actually did feel after I drank it. And that's the Zombie mug, and it was like rum and rum and rum, and I think something else. And this is a 5th edition mug. I have no idea. I should have looked at the bottom to see what edition I actually drank out of. But this honestly looks a lot nicer than I thought, even in the like the picture in the menu made it look. I'm really pleased with it, and I will need to actually move some stuff around, because the shelf I have my tiki mugs on is actually not got room for another mug on it. So I think something is going to have to move to make space for our Zombie here. And really cool in this one is not only did I get the mug, but our waiter made sure I also left with coasters, some nifty little Trader Sam's coasters. Oh, also Tangaroa Terrace coasters. I don't think I ever looked at the other side. I guess because they've been like this the whole time. And some straws. They are paper straws, so they do fall apart pretty quickly. And these I showed in the video, but he gave us extra ones as well. I guess, when you're spending $40 for a mug, it's nice that they throw in some extra goodies. We got the stirring sticks. I think this is what was in my wife's, because I think hers was a taller glass. She had the Schweitzer Falls. It is the Trader Sam's. It's got like the tiki on it. It says Trader Sam's. My grandfather used to collect these somewhere. My wife tells me I actually do have them. Somewhere I have a collection of all of his old like swizzle sticks from the 70s. But yeah, I thought those were nice. And then these are what was in my drink. And he gave us some extras of these as well. And it's basically the shorter version, kind of done in ivory. Same tiki on the top, same Trader Sam's on the bottom, just on a shorter stick. And they definitely didn't have these when we went back in May, because I would have said something. I would have kept them. Even if they didn't give us extra ones, I would have kept the ones that came in my drink and in her drink, and they didn't come in our drinks back then. But that's not the only place we got drinks. Now we're into stuff that has not been featured in videos yet, and that is stuff from Galaxy's Edge. I honestly, Spent a fair amount of time in Galaxy's Edge. I'm not quite sure how to divvy up the video from that, because it's gonna be at least 3 or 4 videos from Galaxy's Edge. Because in May, we didn't try like any of the food or drink there, and we did rectify that to a certain degree this time. Tried like one food item, but also tried some beverages, including the milk. The blue and green milk, we tried both. And I think my wife liked, I think we both actually liked the green better. It'll be in a video probably sometime this coming month. Yeah, I got the souvenir. Also, they had a sipper. They had like a big sipper as well. But I thought that was a bit much. Plus, you couldn't see the milk in the sipper, which kind of made it bad for a video, as where you could, at least tip the cup over and look at this. And I know what this is it's the name of the farm that the milk came from. I'm guessing these would be the 2 animals the milk comes from. But neat thing, these aren't like collector's cups, but the neat thing is if you didn't buy the souvenir cup, which comes in a slightly larger cup, they came in these cups, and they're actually reusable plastic as well, not disposable paper, not anything necessarily super themed to the land, but it was kind of neat that they weren't in just disposable paper cups, although I'm sure most of these do end up in the trash. We kept ours. As you can see, yeah, there's 2 of those and 1 of these, because we did go back and get another green milk later, because again, my wife liked that. I liked it too. But again, the green milk was nice. The blue milk was good too, but the green milk I think was a little nicer. And there'll be a video coming up where I'm a little more in depth on that. We have one more thing today, one more place we stopped, and this was also in Galaxy's Edge. And this will also be featured in a video coming up. We couldn't get reservations for it, but we did manage to get into the walk-up list to go into Oga's Cantina and see the one, the only DJ Rex, which was awesome. Unfortunately, we were on the other side of the cantina from him, so it would have been nice to be a little closer to him, but still, it was cool getting to be around them and see him. And I really wish that they would release his playlist on a CD. I know they have it on vinyl. My wife found the Disney Music Company has it on vinyl, but I'd like it on a CD. I'm sure I could probably get it on like digital as well, but I'm old, I like physical CDs. But while we were in Oga's Cantina, my wife she's been picking up the non-alcoholic drinks, but she got her own tiki reminiscent mug by getting a drink called the Cliff Dweller. And it's the only souvenir mug that I'm aware of, at least, that you can get at Oga's, and that is the Porg mug. And it kind of looks like it may have come from that booth out in the marketplace where the guy's carving wooden porgs. It's very reminiscent of the design of those. This will not be joining my tiki mug collection, I don't think, at least, because it is my wife's. But it's very much in the same style, only it looks like it's carved of wood. And no, this is actually a first edition, so that's nice. But yeah, this had the Cliff Dweller in it, was a non-alcoholic beverage. But see, it kind of looks like the porgs they're carving out in the marketplace, or at least the guy who's perpetually on break is carving out in the marketplace. And we got coasters from there too. They didn't give us extra ones. I think these actually were our coasters that we used for our drinks. They do actually say Oga's Cantina on them. And Oga's, I'm gonna say, gives Trader Sam's a run for their money as far as like theming and environment. And I don't know what all I filmed, but like there was a point while we were in there where Rex broke down. So the music stopped and I think some of the lights went down, and the bartender had to reboot Rex to get him working again. And it really created a wonderful environment in there. It was small. I thought from the videos I'd seen of it, it was larger, almost like more restaurant sized. It's certainly bigger than Trader Sam's. I'm trying to figure out like maybe 2 to 3 times. Trader Sam's is very small. 2 to 3 times the size of Trader Sam's, but still very small and very, very intimate. And I really liked it, and that's definitely going to be whenever we make it back there, which probably won't be anytime soon, unfortunately. Certainly not as soon as it was from our last trip. But that's definitely one of those places that, like Trader Sam's, I need to stop into on every visit, because it was a wonderful environment. Shouldn't talk too much about it here. I'm sure I go into a little more detail in the video that I recorded in there, assuming it's not like dog food. Pretty sure it was okay. I haven't looked at it too much yet. But yeah, that's our collection of like food and drink related souvenirs, things that came with food or drink. Yeah, all these came with food or drink, either in it or on it, or were meant to have in it. But as you can see from the box, of course, this came, much like my zombie mug, in its own box, unused. The one she drank out of is not the one we took home. But I think it's all of our like Christmassy souvenirs as well. I think don't think there's anything else. So that is where we will wrap this video up. Oh, of course, the last part of Mickey Mouse Main Attraction came out this week. We ordered the full collection this time, including the backpack. And hopefully, fingers crossed, next week we will finish off the year by looking at that. And hey, if nothing else, at least they did finish Mickey Mouse in the year it came out in, unlike, Stitch Crashes, which drug out halfway in, not halfway, but a quarter of the way into this year from last year. And I haven't seen them announce anything for next year yet, so... But as I think I said in the last time we looked at Mickey Mouse Main Attraction stuff, I'm fully ready to take a pass on whatever it is, unless it's really, really good. But yeah, that'll wrap us up. Go finish doing your shopping if you haven't finished it yet. And thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, like and subscribe. And I will see you in the next video where we will open that last box on our Droid Factory calendar and see who or what is in there. But, so coming back tomorrow and look at that. And next time I see you, assuming you watch these in order, it'll be Christmas, at least when I am.